Honorable Chair, before I want to redirect the committee and the witness, before we take a look at OHS 12, can we please take a look at MOJ F3 first? But let's go to the 4th page of MOJ F3. Fourth page of MOJ 8F3. Sorry, 8F3. 4th page. Yeah, if the Secretariat can just help the witness find MOJ 8F3 and direct him to the 4th page. F3, page 4. No, it's a table, and the document is titled Record of Sales in the Matter of the State versus Yahya AJJ JANNEH Kanilai Farm. All right, the committee has found this document. Okay, so can I proceed, please? All right. It's the 4th page of 8F3. So, Justice Tabally?
Yes.
You're taking a look at the document?
Yes.
Okay. This document shows the record of sales in Kanilai.
Yes.
And it also shows it is signed by different individuals. It says that this was recorded by Alhaji Kasama, bailiff, witnessed by Aliu Jalo, ESQ, MOJ, also witnessed by Tombong Jawo, SIS.
Yes.
It states also it was witnessed by Sidi Fati, Deputy Sheriff, witnessed by Modu Musa Sise, bailiff, endorsed by Sheriff B. Tabally, Sheriff of the Gambia. Yes. And you all signed, it is dated 10th of January 2018.
Yes.
Who prepared this document? Or this report?
It says recorded by Alhaji Kasama.
Okay, so Alhaji Kasama prepared this.
I want to believe because it states that he prepared it. I cannot recall how it came about. But on this particular day, the date specified there, I was not available on that day.
But you endorsed the report?
Yes, I recall. I endorsed
okay.
It, yes.
Without verification?
Yes. I endorsed it, yes.
You said earlier that the sale started on the 9th of... Did you say 9th of January? Isn't it?
Yes, according to the report that I presented is on the 9th.
Sales started on the 9th. This is saying Kanilai on the 10th. And you stated that it's the 3rd day of sales that Kanilai was started. Can you clarify?
According to my own reports, the sales, I said the sales started on the 9th. That's my recollection. But sorry, according to my reports, I don't know how this date came about here, but I was not certainly present on this particular day.
Before
the difference in date, I don't know how that came about. I don't know.
Before endorsing this report, did you try to do any verification? Because you stated that it was only handwritten notes were being issued in Kanilai. And on this 10th day of January, you are not present.
Yes.
So there was no duplicate of these handwritten notes. So when Alaji Kasama, a bailiff working under you at the time,
yes,
prepared this record of sales, did you try to verify how he came about these figures?
No, certainly I did not. I did not.
You did not?
Mm.
Actually, sorry, let me just clarify. It states Kanilai Farm. Here, you endorse this report. Do you maybe want to clarify whether Kanilai Farm means Kanilai itself, or were all the other farms being referred to as Kanilai Farm?
All the farms are classified as
Kanilai Farm.
Yeah.
So we can say that this entire document, which is 5 pages, is a record of sales for all 3 farms, all 3 locations, but all just grouped as Kanilai Farm.
Kanilai Farms, yeah.
Okay, all right. So the first day was the 9th. Okay. Second day was the 10th. And this was signed by you on the 10th.
Yeah.
But you stated you were not available or present on the 10th. All right, let's continue. The report that you had prepared and at the request of the then Solicitor General, Mr. Chairman Marina, states that you or the Office of the Sheriff sold a total of 725 cows.
Yes, I made an arithmetical error.
Okay.
Yeah, I realized that.
When did you realize this error?
I think about a week ago or so.
So this brings me back to my earlier statement when I said you were not certain of the figures you were giving the Solicitor General. Am I
yes,
correct?
by this report, yes, by
Okay.
this error.
But
yeah.
from that report, the report you gave the Solicitor General is not a correct report.
Yes,
Okay.
by the error contained there.
All right. How did you realize this error?
Unfortunately, I calculated this, I don't know, manually at the time. I did this calculation on my own manually. I did not verify it was accurate at the time.
When you say manually, what do you mean? Can you explain that to us, to the committee?
I did not use with the aid of computer or whatever. I used manual calculation on a piece of paper on my own before arriving at this figure at the time. I'm used to that, doing that. That's the reason for the error.
Okay. Can you just state the mathematical error that you made for the committee?
If you add the figure 625 plus
from Kanilai?
Yeah.
Okay.
To 67.
Okay, in Farato?
In Farato and 32.
Yes.
Give you a total of 724.
And not 725?
Yes.
Okay. So now you're saying the office of the sheriff sold a total of 724 cattle.
Yes.
In all these 3 farms.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to this record of sales.
Yes.
I will not burden you to ask you to calculate the total amount of the cattle sold. This record of sales, was it submitted to anybody in particular? Was it attached to the report sent to the Solicitor General?
No, it was not certainly attached.
The Ministry of Justice was also summoned,
yes.
The Attorney General,
yes.
and also asked to produce documents just like you were,
yes.
And the Ministry of Justice produced this report.
Yes.
You don't have it, the current sheriff does not have it, not contained in the file that the current sheriff also submitted to this committee,
yes.
Brought to this committee for inspection, but somehow the Ministry of Justice has this record of sales, and they also submitted it to the committee, and it is attached to the report that you sent to the Solicitor General.
It's attached to it.
It is. You can turn and look. You know, I had directed you to the Secretariat. Kindly help the witness find the first page of MOJ F3. Sorry, the second page of MOJ F3. Second page. F3. Second page.
F3. Second page.
Okay. That's the report you submitted to the Solicitor General.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And it's this record of sale is attached to the document submitted to the Solicitor General. You can see that, right? The record of sale. It was prepared. It says it was recorded by Alaji Kasama, somebody working under you, and the deputy sheriff endorsed it.
Yes.
Or the deputy sheriff witnessed and you endorsed it. But somehow you don't have this. Can we attribute this to the poor record keeping of the office of the sheriff?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay. So is it that only one copy was prepared and then that copy was given to the Solicitor General?
No, it could not have been only one copy, but it is.
How come this record of sales does not exist now at the office of the sheriff?
Like you said, is attributed to the poor record keeping. Since I exited office, I have never had cause to go and verify any. I don't have. Yeah,
not cause to verify, but you seem surprised by this document even.
Yes, it's as I said before, this has been 7-8 years ago. I can't remember everything of it.
So you cannot remember ever signing this document?
No,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying I did not sign. My signature is there, certainly.
So you've seen this document before?
Yes, I have. I have seen it before.
Okay. Yeah. So let me just, like I said, I will not burden you with trying to calculate the number of livestock contained in this report or reported by Alaji Kasama and endorsed by you. The total number is 439.
There.
Yes. 439 live. This record is saying that 439 livestock was sold in all these 3 farms, but you had written to the Solicitor General to tell him that 725 were sold, and now you're saying that you made a mathematical error, that in fact 724 livestock was sold. But this is saying 439. So now It's like I'm at a crossroad and I don't know which of these figures I should.
I would take I would take
go with.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, I cannot recall how this record is kept, but it could not have been only this figure in this record here. Could have been more than that, but what we sold actually is what is contained in the report.
Which report?
The one that submitted to the total number compiled.
The inaccurate figure that you sent to the...
Yes.
Which you cannot also verify even.
Yes.
So it seems like we can conclude that the office of the sheriff does not know or cannot verify in any way the number of cattle it sold in January 2018. Because the figures 439, 725, 724.
For some.
None of these figures is. Which one do we go with here? Which one do we say for certain this is what was sold?
I would take the 724. The 724.
Okay, why would you go with the 724? Since you cannot verify it, why would you go with that figure?
Because I cannot assume that we sold, I cannot believe that we sold fewer than that.
Can we now say that perhaps the office of the sheriff actually sold more than 724 cattle? Perhaps the office of the sheriff sold 800 cattle, 900, 1,000?
No, I cannot say that.
You cannot say that, but you are not certain of this.
Yes.
You are not certain whether 1,000 cattle were sold.
No, I don't think we sold that up to the amount. The amount contained here.
Yeah, but you are not certain. You cannot be certain, right? There's no way you can be certain of the number of cattle that was sold. Yes or no? You are not certain, are you?
I am not certain, but I want to believe what we have here.
You know, it's hard for me to sort of accept that it's the 724 that is what we should go with when we have a report saying 439, right? So it's like there's even a possibility that more was sold, because you seem to be certain that it was 724, but there were days of sale that you were not present and you did not even require your staff to keep records of what was being sold. And you also stated that you sold cattle in herds, so probably you're even not sure in those herds how many was contained in each herd that you sold.
From the notes that we signed, it certainly always contained
Sorry, please continue.
I mean, from the notes, handwritten notes that we presented to the buyers, it certainly contained the number of, not only in each group, how many cattle are contained or sold to the buyer.
But when you were preparing your report, you did not go back to the buyers to say, can I see the handwritten note given to you?
Yes.
Yes, so again, like I said, you are not certain of the number of cattle that was sold. It could have been 1,000, it could have been 900, it could have been 500. You are not certain of it because you can't verify it.
I can't verify, but I stand by my own report.
Your own report that you have stated that you are not, you only relied on the memory of your bailiffs.
Yes.
At the time to prepare this report for the Solicitor General. The bailiffs could have made mistakes because you prepared this report more than a month after the sales, right?
Yes.
Even when the first sale was conducted, it was like almost 2 months after the first sale was conducted. So the figures might be distorted in your minds.
I did not prepare this report.
I'm not talking about the table, I'm talking about the report you sent to the Solicitor General.
I mean, yes, that's what I mean. I did not prepare it off memory. I relied on figures that were available to me at the time.
Okay, how did you rely on these figures? Where did you get the figures from?
The figures were on handwritten notes on various points of sale and so forth. I think this order return record prepared by Gassama, Alaji Gassama, or recorded by Alaji Gassama may have emanated from those ones. I don't know. I can't recall. It's about 7-8 years ago.
You're saying Alaji Gassama might have relied on
Those
handwritten,
yeah,
which you also relied on.
Yes.
But Alaji Gassama somehow got 439 and you got 724.
In hindsight, I don't even know whether this is even a complete report, record of what was presented to.
Okay. Before we move on from this report, can we just talk about the buyers, for example? Did the buyers, or were the buyers required to present identification before making payments?
No. No.
So any person that came and says, let's say, number one on this record of sales recorded by Alaji Gassama, it says the first, let's go with Pamo Dundong. Number 5, Pamo Dundong lives in Kotu. 2 female cows sold for $32,000. So somebody just came and said, my name is Pamo Dundong, I live in Kotu, and then they give you $32,000. You give them 2 cows. Just like that. There was no identification required.
In ordinary sheriff sale, except for landed properties and for vehicles where transfer is required, we are not required, any buyer is not required to identify whoever it is.
Okay.
Just record the name of the buyer. If he requires a receipt, he would go to the effect payment, and then a receipt would be there. But to request him to produce identification, no.
Okay.
No, that's not the normal practice of the sheriff.
That's not the normal practice. But in this circumstance, you've already agreed that everything regarding the sale was not normal.
Yes.
So, in all the anomalies regarding this sale, verification of buyers, I
wouldn't consider that to be an abnormality, because
Okay.
it's the usual practice.
All right,
Not
very
the-
well.
yeah.
Let's move on. You stated that you did not advertise the sale because you don't want to notify the individuals that were taking care of these things, or even the defendant himself or the respondent in this situation.
I did not say specifically that was the reason for not advertising.
What was the reason for not advertising?
One, it may have been because of the urgency at the time, or inadvertence to advertise it.
But you also did not want to give notice to those present on
I said that could have prompted or give notice.
Yes, would have prompted them to maybe move Okay. So now I'm concerned that the sale was not advertised. However, there's quite a number of people present at this. So how did these people turn up if the sale was not advertised? How did all these buyers, so many people from different, if you take a look at it, the people from Banjul buying cattle from Kanilai, Serakunda, Abuko.
I don't know how the word.
How did word get around?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Honorable Sheriff, the sheriff is tasked with selling, and therefore the sheriff is supposed to advertise this sale to get buyers. But somehow the sheriff did not advertise. The sheriff did not notify anybody. The sheriff woke up and went one day to Kanilai. Then the sheriff and his bailiffs also went to Farato, then they went to Banjulinding, and somehow there were people there. How did those people get there?
I wouldn't know, but I know maybe word may have gone round.
How would word get around in such a
I wouldn't know. I was not privy to that. I have never spoken to any of the buyers before, prior. Personally, and I don't know who may have given.
Do you know any of the buyers? You can take a look at Alaji Gassama's report.
On the first page, number 4.
Number 4, first page is Alaji Jeng.
Yes.
11 cows, $176,000. You know Alaji Jeng?
I know him in
Okay, how do you know Alaji Jeng?
In Abuko.
In Abuko?
Yes.
He lives in Abuko?
If it is same Alaji Jeng.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. He deals in cattle, I know.
He deals in cattle, so he was there.
Yeah.
So can we say you contacted Alaji Jeng to tell him cattle was being sold?
No.
Okay.
No, certainly I did not.
So how did Alaji Jeng
I
know
don't,
about
I
the
don't
sale?
know. I have not even seen Alaji Jeng on the ground.
You did not see Alaji Jeng on the ground?
No, I did not see
And
him.
Alaji Jeng also, the first page is dated 9th of January 2018.
Yes.
Alaji Jeng also bought 4 female cows on the 10th. That's the second day of sales.
Yes.
Alaji Jeng also bought 1 cow, 2 bulls on the 17th of January.
Yes. Like I said, I'm not sure whether it's the same Alaji Jeng, but the Alaji Jeng I know, he deals in cattle in Abuko.
Okay. All right. Who else do you know that was present at the sale?
No, none of this other.
All right. So you did not advertise the sales, but there were people on the ground.
Yes.
So when you found people on the ground, they're buying, did you not ask anybody, any of the officials from the office of the sheriff, how these members of the public knew about the sales and were present there?
No, I did not.
You did not ask anybody?
I was not concerned with that. I was only concerned with people coming to buy.
I think you should be actually concerned because you did not advertise the sales,
Yes.
but somehow you have a large number of people present at these grounds. You should be concerned about how they know about the sales, because who were you expecting would be present to buy the cattle? Who were you expecting? Considering you do not advertise, you do not speak to anybody about the sales, that the sales is going to happen.